Hello everyone, I am Puneet Kumar DG, Assistant Professor of Commerce, Government First Aid College, Baramasagara. So, as you all know, we are discussing the subject Financial Markets and Services. In that module 5, Mutual Funds. The topic of the present video is types of mutual funds, and in this video we will discuss about the types on the basis of yield and as well as investment pattern. Let us recall what we have discussed in our previous video. So in our previous video, we discussed about the types of mutual funds on the basis of execution as well as operation. Based on execution and operation, there are three kinds of the mutual funds, that is closed-ended schemes, open-ended schemes, and as well as interval schemes. Now let us understand the different kinds of the mutual funds based on the yield and as well as investment pattern. Based on yield and investment pattern, we can classify the mutual fund schemes as income funds, growth funds, balance funds, specialized funds, money market mutual funds, and taxation funds. Let us understand each of one. The first one is income funds. The income funds aims at generating and distributing regular income to the members or on the basis of periodical. It sees that average return is higher than that of the income from bank deposits. In the case of income funds, the fund manager will pool the money from the public and he will invest it in the some of the fixed income securities. Majority of the scheme funds are invested in the fixed income securities, and thereby they are going to generate a regular income to the people. So and also they will try to maintain the return from these or yield from these types of the funds quite low, higher than the what the bank rate of interest is available on the fixed deposits. The major features of these income funds are they are going to provide the regular and as well as the steady income, and they are going to invest only in the fixed income securities. And the third one is they are going to aim at declaring regular dividends and not capital appreciation. Here we cannot expect much of the capital appreciation, but rather than capital appreciation, they are going to provide the regular income, like they are going to declare the dividends at the rates which are quite higher than the bank rates. And that is, these types of the schemes are much suitable for the old age people and as well as retired people who are in requirement of a regular income for their livelihood. The next category is the pure growth funds. So here the growth funds concentrate mainly on long run gains, that is capital appreciation. They do not offer regular income, hence they have been described as net X of investments. Means here in the case of growth funds, they are just like opposite of a income funds, where the income funds are providing the regular income, but here the growth fund does not provide any regular income. The dividend earned on the these schemes will be reinvested in the scheme for the purpose of growth. Here the investor are going to get the capital appreciation as a benefit for investing in these schemes. Let us understand the different features of the growth funds. They are going to invest in the equities, and the capital appreciation may be much taking the risk, and the fund may declare dividend. They may declare dividend, may not be declared dividend. If they declare dividend, that dividend is not going to be paid to the investor. Instead of that, they are going to reinvest it in the fund for the purpose of growth, and that is suitable for salaried and business people who are ready to take moderate amount of the risk, because if they want to get the capital appreciation by investing in equities, they should take a moderate amount of the risk. This is the feature of a pure growth funds. Then the third categories are balanced fund. They are the balance between income and as well as the growth funds. This is otherwise is called as an income come growth funds. It is nothing but a combination of both income and as well as the growth funds. It aims at distributing regular income and as well as the capital appreciation. This is achieved by balancing the invest between high growth equity securities and as well as also the fixed income securities. Usually, the fund manager will invest in the both kinds of the securities. The fixed income securities will earn the regular income to the unit holders, and also in the meanwhile, the equities means the high yield equities will earn the capital appreciation to the investors. This is the major feature of the balanced funds. The next category is the specialized funds. A large number of the specialized funds are in existence in abroad. They offer some special schemes so as to meet the specific needs of the specific category of the people like pensioners and as well as a widow, etc. Means these are our various innovative the fund schemes. Means there are some pension funds are available, and also there are some disabled friendly funds are available. These are all very innovative schemes. Some of the schemes the amount will be invested in the some of the floating rate bonds, and some of the amount will be invested in the index funds, and likewise, and also to provide pension to the at old age, the presently the employees can invest in such kinds of the fund. Means these funds are very innovative, and they are going to target a different the people with a different needs. So there such type of the funds we are going to call it as an specialized funds, and we can observe these types of the fund in various the private sector mutual fund companies. The next category is money market mutual funds. As the name says, they are specifically aiming at the money market funds to provide an easy liquidity and the preservation of the capital and moderate income. These schemes generally invest the safer short-term the instruments such as treasury bills, certificates of deposits, commercial papers, and as well as interbank call money. The return on these schemes may fluctuate depending upon the interest rates prevailing in the market. These are ideal for corporate and individual investors, so as means for park their surplus funds in a short period. Means though the people who wants a profit in a short period, so they can choose the money market mutual funds which are going to provide a reasonable return in a short period by investing in the money market instruments. The next The next category of mutual fund schemes are the taxation funds. These are the schemes that offer tax rebates to the investors under specific provisions of the Indian income tax laws. And the investments made in equity linked the saving schemes are popularly known as ELSS, and pension schemes are allowed under deduction under section 80C of the Income Tax Act of 1961. And also there will be a certain provisions under the income tax law which will exempt the capital gain tax on these kinds of the mutual fund schemes. So hence such not all the mutual funds are having the taxation benefits. Only the specific schemes are having the taxation benefits under the Indian income tax law. So thus we are at the end of the session. Let us summarize the whole session. Based on the investment pattern and yield, the mutual funds are divided into the 6 categories. The first one, income funds, which are aimed at generating regular income on a periodical basis. The second one, the growth funds, which concentrate on which concentrate on major long run gains and as well as capital appreciation. The next one, balanced funds aims at distributing the regular income and as well as the capital appreciation. And the specific funds offer the special schemes to meet the specific needs of the specific category of people. And last but one is the money market mutual funds. They specifically invest in the money market, the short term instruments to provide the liquidity to the schemes. And the last one is the taxation schemes, which will offer the tax benefits on tax rebates to the investors. These are the different kinds of the mutual fund schemes on the basis of the yield and as well as investment pattern. You can refer these books for your further readings. Khan M.Y. Indian Financial System Theory and Practice, Tata McGrail Publications. E. Gordon and K. Natarajan, Financial Markets and Services, Himalaya Publications. Raman B.S. Financial Markets and Services, Chetana Bukos Publications. I thank everyone for watching this video. Kindly like and as well as comment with your suggestions and as well as queries. Thank you everyone.